तव कथामृतम् तप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः.
Om Tava Kathāmritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravana Mangalam Shrimadatatam Bhuvi Grunanti Ye Bhurida Jana. We are studying the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna and we are in the conversations of Saturday, January 5, 1884. And we pick up at that point, it was about 4 o'clock. Rakhal and several other devotees were listening to a kirtan by M. In the hut at the Panchavati, we wondered how much change has occurred in M, who used to be very shy singing God's name. But now he is singing kirtan. He was given to Nirakar and he is now singing to Kirtan relating to Gopi and Krishna. And publicly, that means Rakhal and several other devotees were listening to a Kirtan by him. In the hut at the Panchavati, that is Sri Ramakrishna's place of sadhana. And so much beautifully that Rakhal went into a spiritual mood while listening to the devotional song. After a while, the master came to the Panchavati accompanied by Babu Ram and Harish. That means other than these two, they were devotees. Other devotees followed. Rakhal is telling master about it. How well he, referring to him, sang kirtan for us. He made us all very happy. The master sang in an ecstatic mood. This must send master in an ecstatic mood. Oh friends, how great is my relief to hear you chanting Krishna's name. So Thakur's relief on hearing that Master Mahashaya has sung Krishna's name. To the devotees, he said, always sing devotional songs. He wants to reinforce that thing. Continuing, he said, to love God and live in the company of the devotees. That is all. What more is there? He said again, Sri Ramakrishna's talk will not be one-sided. When Krishna went to Mathura, Yashoda came to Radha, who was absorbed in meditation, example of the above. Radha was absorbed in meditation. Yashoda came to her. You know by now, Yashoda is foster father of Krishna and Radha is the lover, beloved, chief of the gopis. Afterwards, Radha said to Yashoda, I am the primordial energy. Ask a boon of me. What other boon shall I ask of you, said Yashoda. Only bless me that I may serve God with my body, mind and tongue. How? that I may behold his devotees with these eyes, that is, by body, that I may meditate on him with this mind, and that I may chant his name and glories with this tongue. But turns the talk to another direction, and Thakur does not want to be one-sided, but those who are firmly established in God, may do as well without the devotees. See, they get absorbed in God so much, they do not care for the outside world, including devotees. This is true of those who feel the presence of God both within and without. So they realize God is within, God is without. They do not require anybody else. Sometimes they don't enjoy the devotee's company. That means sometimes they do enjoy devotee's company. But sometimes they become absorbed so much that they do not want devotee's company. So this might be a hint to Master Mahashaya that you have to go forward, and once you will become absorbed in God, then you will not sing in the presence of devotees. Example, you don't whitewash a wall inlaid with mother of pearl. The lime won't stick. Lime is normally used to whitewash the wall, but with the walls are inlaid with mother of pearl. Mother of pearl is CP. Okay. That shell in which pearl is born, that is mother of pearl. The lime won't stick. Okay. So he has example for everything in the world. The master returned presently from the Panchavati talking to M. He must have been praising and telling him some further things. Master, you have the voice of a woman. He had a voice of a woman. Can't you practice a song such as this? Tell me, friend, how far is the grove where Krishna, my beloved, dwells? Song sung by a gopi. You have female voice, so why can't you practice this song? To M, pointing to Baburam. You see, this is Master Mahashaya's expertise. To whom he is telling, pointing to whom he is telling. You see, my own people have become strangers. My own people means blood relations. Ramlal was his nephew. Ramlal and my other relatives seem to be foreigners. And strangers have become my own. Strangers, apparently. Don't you notice how I tell Baburam to go and wash his face? Just like telling his own son. The devotees have become relatives. Looking at the Panchavati, I used to sit there. In course of time, I became mad. You understand? Thakur himself is telling, this mad is not ordinary mad. Intoxicated with divine knowledge and divine love. So the behavior loses what we call the normalcy of the plane. That phase also passed away. That was that phase. Kala, Shiva is Brahman. So Brahman is called Kala, the time the destroyer. and Shiva is assigned with the task of destroying, both physically in Pralaya and in Jnana Pralaya in Samadhi. That which sports with Kala is Kali, the primary energy. Kali moves even the immutable. So Kali or power is called Aghatana Ghatana Patiyasi. She makes happen things which cannot happen. Now here, immutable is Shiva, Brahman. But Kali moves even the immutable. Saying this, the master sang, "My mind is overwhelmed with wonder, pondering the mother's mystery. Her very name removes the fear of Kala, death himself. Beneath her feet lies Mahakala." So Kala is time the destroyer. Shiva is called Mahakala, destroyer of time even, as I told you, causing Jnana Pralaya, where the Srishti Sthiti Pralaya itself disappears. That is Mahakala. Brahman is seen to be absolutely immutable. Then he said to him, "Today is Saturday. Go to the temple of Kali." So all this about Gopi and Krishna and now turns to Mahakala and Kali. And Tuesdays and Saturdays are holy for the worship of Kali. And that being a Saturday, he wants Master Mashai to go to the Kali temple. That means he has seen that Master Mashai has given up his adamantine hold on the Nirakar. And so, along with Gopi and Krishna, he wants him to imbue the spirit of Shiva and Kali also. And being a Saturday, he wants him to go to Kali temple. So many things are there in this simple statement. As the master came to the Bakul tree, he spoke to him again. Bakul tree near the Navat. Chidatma and Chit Shakti. So he's talking in the Vedantic, Tantric, transcendent, immanent sense. The Purusha is the Chidatma, consciousness as the soul, and Prakriti is the Chit Shakti, consciousness itself as power to create, preserve, and destroy the world. Shri Krishna is the Chidatma, and Shri Radha the Chit Shakti. So the conflict is totally removed. Mahakala and Kali, Radha, Krishna. The devotees are so many forms of the Chit Shakti. So Chit Shakti takes all these forms and they are the Jivas. They should think of themselves as companions or handmaids of the Chit Shakti. Because Chit Shakti is their origin, they can take themselves as companions or handmaids of Chit Shakti, Sri Radha. This is the whole gist of the thing. Of the thing means Vaishnavas and Tantras and Shaktas all unified into one. After dusk, Sri Ramakrishna went to the Kali temple and was pleased to see him meditating there because he has sent him there. The evening worship was over in the temples. The master returned to his room and sat on the couch, absorbed in meditation on the Divine Mother. M sat on the floor. There was no one else in the room. The master was in samadhi. He began to come gradually down to the normal plane. His mind was still filled with the consciousness of the Divine Mother. In that state, he was speaking to her like a small child, making importunate demands on his mother. Small child making importunate demands on his mother. He said in a piteous voice, "Mother, why haven't you revealed to me that form of yours, the form that bewitches the world? Acha. Why haven't you revealed to me that form of yours? Bhuvanamayi Maya, Bhuvanamohini Maya. I pleaded with you so much for it, but you wouldn't listen to me. You act as you please." So Kali is self-willed. The voice in which these words are uttered was very touching. Importunate moments, no? He went on, "Mother, one needs faith. Away with this wretched reasoning." So that has been his continuing theme for the last several days with Master Masha especially. Let it be blighted. One needs faith. Faith in the words of the Guru. So Guru is one who has realized God. Now he says something. Now sadhak should not argue with him. He should have faith. What he has said is true. Childlike faith. The mother says to her child, a ghost lives there. And the child is firmly convinced that the ghost is there. Again, the mother says to the child, a bogeyman is there. And the child is sure of it. Juju. What is exactly juju? Something to be afraid of, no?
A ghost-like figure.
Another type of ghost. So here, bogeyman. A type of ghost. And the child is sure of it. Further, the mother says, pointing to a man, he is your elder brother. And the child believes that the man is 125% his brother. More than 10% faith. One needs faith. But why should I blame them, mother? What can they do? It is necessary to go through reasoning once. Once. After hearing from the Guru, use your reasoning to get fully convinced of it. That's all. Once you are convinced of it, no more arguments. Didn't you see how much I told him about it the other day? But it all proved useless. So it's about Master Masha himself. The master was weeping and praying to the mother in a voice choked with emotion. He prayed to her with tearful eyes for the welfare of the devotees. Mother, may those who come to you have all their desires fulfilled. But please don't make them give up everything at once. Mother, well, you may do whatever you like in the end. If you keep them in the world, mother, then please reveal yourself to them now and then. Otherwise, how will they live? How will they be encouraged if they don't see you once in a while? But you may do whatever you like in the end, again and again. Imploring what should be done through the devotees. and leaving it to the mother. The master was still in the ecstatic mood. Suddenly he said to him, "Look here, you have had enough of reasoning, no more of it. Promise that you won't reason anymore." This he had done a couple of days before. Again, that's why Thakur says that he has not yet given up. M with folded hands, "Yes, sir, I won't." Master, you have had enough of it. When you came to me the first time, I told you your spiritual ideal. I know everything about you, do I not? So this is what he wants to say. I know your inner spirit. You have to follow that path. You are talking of Nirakara and all that. M with folded hands. Yes, sir. Master, yes, I know everything. What your ideal is, who you are, your inside and outside, the events of your past lives and your future. Do I not? M with folded hands. Yes, sir. Master, I scolded you on learning that you had a son on the first day. Second day's meeting. Now go home and live there. He has stayed for a long time at Dakshineshwar. Let them know that you belong to them. Let them know that you belong to them. But you must remember in your heart of hearts that you do not belong to them, nor they to you. That is the spirit of renunciation he wants to be filled in every householder. M sat in silence because that is to be absorbed and practiced. The master went on instructing him. Master, this is M with M in solitude. No else is there. So Thakur is telling his personal things. Master, you have now learned to fly, but keep your loving relationship with your father. Fly means going independently, everything. Can't you prostrate yourself before him? His father had married a second time, an anomaly in the house. M with folded hand, yes, sir, I can. Master, what more shall I say to you? You know everything. You understand, don't you? M sat there without uttering a word. Master, you have understood, haven't you? So he is pressing on that point. M, yes, sir. I now understand a little. Master, no, you understand a great deal. So this type of humility Thakur does not like. Rakhal's father is pleased about his staying here. There is another story. Rakhal's father was a big jamindar and Thakur behaved with him in such a way that he should be pleased, and he saw that many big worldly people come to Thakur. They are devotees. But Rakhal's father thought Rakhal is safe there. So he is now pleased. M remained with folded hands. Master, yes, what you are thinking will also come to pass. So he is thinking of something, and Thakur said that will also come to pass. Sri Ramakrishna now came down to the normal state of mind. So that was all in the ecstatic state. Rakhal and Ramlal entered the room. At the master's bidding, Ramlal sang. Who is the woman yonder who lights the field of battle? Darker her body gleams even than the darkest storm cloud, and from her teeth there flash the lightning's blinding flames. Two songs are there. That is next song. Samare alo kare kar kamini. That in English, 3 lines. And then ke ranen nachiche vama nirada varani. Shonita saire jana bhashiche navanalini. Okay. Master, the Divine Mother and the earthly mother, difference. It is the Divine Mother who exists in the form of the universe and pervades everything as consciousness. The earthly mother gives birth to this body. I used to go into samadhi uttering the word Ma. While repeating the word, I would draw the mother of the universe to me as it were. Like the fishermen casting their net and after a while drawing it in. See the force of devotion. That is what Thakur wants. Where they draw in the net, they find big fish inside it. This is force of devotee's attraction. When he has nothing, he can have attracting God. Gauri once said that one attains true knowledge, Gauri Pandit, Tantric, when one realizes the identity of Kali and Gauranga. So he was of a broad nature, and he said, then one realizes when Kali and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are identical. That which is Brahman is also Shakti, Kali. It is that again which, assuming the human form, has become Gauranga. So, Avatar is human form of Brahman, not different from him. And divine forms are there, like Kali. At the master's request, Ramlal sang again, this time about Gauranga. In English, songs are not given. Master to him, the Nitya and the Lila are the two aspects of the reality. This is a constant theme in Thakur. That which is Nirgun is also Sagun. Reality is transcendent as well as immanent. And so Nitya means unchanging, transcendent. And Leela means without changing himself, he appears as the world. That is immanent. And both them are the aspects of one reality. So reality should not be called only transcendent. Reality is transcendent, immanent. God plays in the world as man for the sake of his devotees. They can love God only if they see him in a human form. That is the main purpose of Avatar. Only then can they show their affection for him as their brother, sister, father, mother, or child. All types of relations are possible when God takes human form. It is just for this love of the devotees that God contracts himself into a human form. Contracts means appears in a limited body and descends on earth to play his Leela. We pass on. So, Master stayed, Dakshineshwar is over. 21 days we counted at one point, he himself, and 1 or 2 days extra. December 14, he came. So, 18 days there and 5 days there, 23 days. The master and his injured arm, this is a new topic. What is injured arm? Thakur was in a state of bhava. He was not aware of the outside world and there was nobody to support him. And he fell down and his hand actually, the bone did not break, but there was a, what you call, blown side sliding. Dislocation. So that is the injury. And it is Saturday again, February 2. almost after a month. Because Thakur has told Master Maharaj to go to home and serve father and all that. In between, this has happened to Thakur. Possibly, there may have been some other meetings, but everything Master Maharaj did not convert into a book. Mother once told that even after publishing 5 volumes, equivalent to one more volume is there in his diaries. But then he became old. Just the last form was getting published and he passed away that day. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna had been conversing with Rakhal, Mahimacharan. There are 2 persons of the similar names. One is Malik. Manilal Malik, perhaps. This is Mahimacharan. That is a man who used to show himself as a sadhana. Hazra and other devotees. When M entered the room and saluted him, he brought with him splint. He had heard about it and he brought. He brought with him splint, pad and lint to bandage the master's injured arm. One day while going toward the pine grove, we understand this pine grove is Casuarina grove, where Thakur used to go for answering calls of nature. Sri Ramakrishna had fallen near the railing and dislocated a bone in his left arm. So at what time the Samadhi would occur, he is going to answer calls of nature, he is doing Samadhi. And nobody was there with him. He had been in an ecstatic mood at the time and no one had been with him. Master to him, hello, what was ailing you? Are you quite well now? Because of his gap. M, yes sir, I am all right now. So after going back to home, he fell ill. Master to Mahima, well, if I am the machine and God is its operator, then why should this have happened to me? She is posing this as a question to one who thinks he is a scholar. Because there are people who think that spiritual man can never fall and like that. The master was sitting on the couch listening to the story of Mahima Charan's pilgrimage. Mahima had visited several holy places 12 years before, and that he is describing. Mahima, I found a brahmachari in a garden at Sikrol in Banaras. So there is no reply from Mahima Charan. Kashi Sikrole Rikti Bagane. Do you know the Sikrol? Anyway, must be a mall of Kashi, a location within Kashi. In a garden at Sikrol in Banaras. This is capital, so this is a proper noun. He said he had been living there for 20 years, but did not know its owner. He asked me if I worked in an office. On my answering in the negative, he said, then are you a wandering holy man? I saw a sadhu on the bank of the Narmada. He repeated the Gayatri mentally. It so thrilled him that the hair on his body stood on end. And when he repeated the Gayatri and Om aloud, it thrilled those who sat near him and caused their hair to stand on end. The master was in the mood of a child. She has not paid much attention to this. Being hungry, he said to him, "What have you brought for me?" Looking at Rakhal, he went into samadhi due to his love. He was gradually coming down to the normal plane. To bring his mind back to the consciousness of the body, he said, "I shall eat some jalebi, I shall drink some water." That is, he used to utter some innocuous desires. Jalebi is a famous sweet. Weeping like a child, he said to the Divine Mother, "O Brahmamayi, O Mother, why hast thou done this to me? My arm is badly hurt." To the devotees, "Will I be all right again?" He becomes like a child, absolutely. They consoled him as one would a child and said, "Surely you will be quite well again." So, no feigning. Master to Rakhal, you aren't to blame for it. That means Rakhal is to accompany Thakur. But up to that point, he won't go. Though you are living here to look after me, for even if you had accompanied me, you certainly wouldn't have gone up to the railing. The master again went into a spiritual mood and said, "So hand broken and all that, weeping all that." And again spiritual mood. "Om, Om, Om, Mother, what is this that I am saying? Don't make me unconscious, Mother." So his mind is soaring high with the knowledge of Brahman. Don't give me Brahmajnana. I am but thy child. I am easily worried and frightened. I want a mother. A million salutations to the knowledge of Brahman. Because the people around him at that time are devotees. Give it to those who seek it. O Anandamayi, O blissful mother. Uttering loudly the word Anandamayi, he burst into tears and said, "Mother, this is the grief that sorely grieves my heart, that even with thee for mother, and though I am wide awake, there should be a robbery in my house." That means mind is stolen toward the worldly objects. Again he said to the Divine Mother, "What wrong have I done, Mother? Do I ever do anything? It is thou, Mother, who does everything. I am the machine and thou art its operator." So when this comes back to the mind, he is peaceful. To Rakhal smiling, "See that you don't fall. Don't be picked and cheat yourself." Why you will get picked? Man kore jana thakisna. Hey, sulking on mother and then you come to grief. So what mother does is everything. Again, addressing this strikes a chord in my heart. Anyway, Sri Ramakrishna said, "Do I weep because I am hurt? Not at all." So all this is appearance. Again, he says something else. Mother, this is the grief that solely grieves my heart, that even with thee for mother, and though I am wide awake, there should be robbery in my house. So that song he brings back. The master was again talking and laughing like a child. Gone, all that. Who, though ailing, sometimes forgets his illness and laughs and plays about. This is like a childlike nature. Master to the devotees, it will avail you nothing unless you realize Satchidananda. There is nothing like discrimination and renunciation. So, love talk you was doing, now Jnana talk. The worldly man's devotion to God is momentary, like a drop of water on a red-hot frying pan. Perchance he looks at a flower and exclaims, "Ah, what a wonderful creation of God." Worldly man's thinking of God. One must be restless for God. If a son clamors persistently for his share of the property, his parents consult with each other and give it to him even though he is a minor. So Thakur knows this point of law because it has happened there. Maybe Dwarikanath or Trilokanath, their parents granted them, though they had not come of age. God will certainly listen to your prayer, but Thakur has turned it spiritual. God will certainly listen to your prayer if you feel restless for Him. Since He has begotten us, surely we can claim our inheritance from Him. So that is the strength of Thakur's speech. He has begotten us, not our parents. Our parents have given birth to the body. We as souls are sparks of God. He is our own father, our own mother. So like that, lovingly have to claim. We don't have the heart to do that. We don't feel that. We can force our demand on him. We can say to him, reveal thyself to me, or I shall not. I shall cut my throat with a knife. To that point, if you go, then Mother will reveal. Sri Ramakrishna taught the devotees how to call on the Divine Mother. Master, I used to pray to her in this way. O Mother, O blissful one, reveal thyself to me, thou must. Again I would say to her, O Lord of the lowly, O Lord of the universe, surely I am not outside thy universe. This one should feel. The whole universe is ours. I am not outside that. I am bereft of knowledge. I am without discipline. I have no devotion. I know nothing. Thou must be gracious and reveal thyself to me. So this ego about the little things we possess should not be there. Thus the master taught the devotees how to pray. They were deeply touched. Tears filled Mahimacharyan's eyes, though he was a scholar, but he was moved. Sri Ramakrishna looked at him and sang. It was for Mahimacharyan, perhaps. Cry to your mother Shama with a real cry of mine, and how can she hold herself from you? How can Shama stay away? Several devotees, so that thing is over, several devotees arrived from Shibpur. You know, Shibpur is Howrah, near Howrah. Since they had come from a great distance, the master could not disappoint them, though hand was broken. He told them some of the essentials of spiritual life. Master, God alone is real and all else is illusory. He comes back to that. Devotee or jnani or with family or with sannyasi, this is the fulcrum, basic point on which Thakur starts his talk. The garden and its owner. Owner, God. Garden is this world. Don't get lost in the world. Seek for the gardener. God and his splendor. Aishwarya. Don't be lost in the Aishwarya. But people look at the garden only. How few seek out the owner? A devotee. Sir, what is the way? Enough, na? Only 45 minutes, but we have been reading quite a lot. And now some essential points are getting repeated. So we'll pick it up on the next day. Om Tava Kathāmritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibirīditam Kalmashāpaham Shravanamangalam Shrimadattatam Vigrunanti Ye Bhurida Jana Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.